Hello there, friends. I promised when we hit 10,000 subscribers, I'll do a question and answer. We actually have hit it. I woke up this morning and we're over 10,000 subscribers. I truly can't believe that the channel has grown and that people, I know there's lots of you online, but I'm actually meeting a lot of you guys in person and people are actually getting inspired to play the guitar because of this funny little YouTube channel. I'm blown away by that. I can't believe it. Thank you so much. I said I'd do a question and answer, so I've got all your questions here in my YouTube app. And let's see if I can shed some light on your queries. Number one, Juan Rodriguez. I love your lessons, cool videos. Congratulations from Chicago, Illinois, United States of America. Thank you, Juan Rodriguez. It's not really a question, but I very much appreciate your support. There was a family from Chicago at our gig on the weekend. I don't know if that was you or not. Please let me know if that was you. I met a really nice group of people from Chicago. The name wasn't Juan Rodriguez, but maybe you're not using your real name on YouTube. Thank you very much. Charles Cobb. Jason, do you tune your guitar to standard tuning? Yes, I do. Your strings seem to vibrate a lot. Love your lessons and your channel. The strings do seem to vibrate a lot. I've noticed that on YouTube that sometimes in the video the strings are really flopping around, and there's a Calidad film clip or two where when I watch it, the strings really are moving. That must be something to do with actual cameras or frame rates or something like that. My strings are almost always tuned to standard tuning. In Calidad, the only songs that aren't in standard tuning for me are The Beast and Calidad, which are both tuned where both my E strings are tuned to a D. And here on YouTube, I'm always in standard tuning, except for the handful of lessons that are about alternate tunings, but it will be very clear if I'm not in standard tuning. So yes, standard tuning. I actually dislike alternate tunings, not because they're not great, but because my ears are so trained for standard tuning. I really like things to be in standard tuning. I don't mind drop D too much. Wolf Ranger 2008. Hello Wolf Ranger, one of the most prolific commenters on this channel, and I thank you for that. Wolf Ranger's always got something useful to inject into the conversation. Have you ever had a song that you just could not seem to play correctly? I mean, the music or technique may not be particularly difficult, but for reasons unknown, you could never play it right, or at least right consistently. Yes, absolutely. What I just said, if a song is not in standard tuning, especially flat tunings, I hate E flat. So Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Nirvana, and many other rock acts tuned to E flat. As soon as a guitar is in E flat, my ears kind of turn to mud and I can't really hear what's going on, even though I kind of can, so I don't like playing songs in E flat. But there's many songs that I can't play, and there's also certain guitarists who I'm kind of in tune with. One of them is Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine. When I hear him play, I feel like I can play just about everything. There's a few little Rage things I can't play, but I can play almost their entire catalog, give or take. So I find certain guitarists have certain idiosyncrasies or sounds that are easier or harder to latch onto. I guess another one that springs to mind is Tool. It's very difficult to play Tool. That's not so much an idiosyncrasy as it's just particularly difficult music. So please don't think that I'm some kind of guitar superhero that can play everything. It's quite the opposite. I struggle actually sometimes with some basic stuff, and I have to practice really hard to play stuff. So there's a lot of stuff I can't play. Shauno was at our gig the other day in Gosford. Hello Shauno. Do you or the other band members have a good singing voice? That's pretty much a flat no, Shauno. Jules, our drummer, sings a little bit. We have a bit of fun. He sings a bit of Neil Young and stuff like that, just in the rehearsal, just for fun. But none of the three of us would ever consider to be a singer. No, we're an instrumental band. Freya Shaw, congratulations. I've always wondered, what is your writing process with your band? Well, we were writing yesterday, so I should be able to remember. I mean, do you sit down and plan something out together, or do you work on something in your own time and then bring everything together? Also, were you self-taught or did you have lessons? And were you taught Spanish guitar by a teacher or through YouTube, or just you figuring things out? Finally, do you have a favorite Hispanic guitarist? That's about 10 questions, Freya. Let's get to them. I might actually work backwards. Favorite Hispanic guitarist? I'm not exactly sure how you define Hispanic, if that means like Latin or like some kind of American Latin, but I'll take it a pretty broad Latin term. I love the Gypsy Kings. I love Carlos Santana. I love Rodrigo Gabriela. This is probably a pretty left of center choice, but Monkey, one of the two guitar players in the band Korn, is Hispanic in some sense, and I absolutely love Korn, so there's some heavy metal. That's a few there. Rodriguez is super cool. Were you self-taught? No, I wasn't self-taught. I had guitar lessons when I was in high school. I had 2 years of fantastic lessons with a fantastic teacher who taught me kind of like blues rock, the blues box, improvisation, got me into Led Zeppelin, stuff like that, got me into the Beatles. Then I changed schools and had another teacher who wasn't quite as great. He taught me a lot of blues, but he also would start to, as I started to develop my own style, he would kind of actively rein my style in and say, no, don't do it like that. Do it how the music book is saying how to do it, or do it how I'm telling you how to do it, or do it how the album's doing it. So that started to spark my musical rebellion, where I said, hey, maybe I don't need lessons, because this guy's going home and having fun playing guitar, and then I'm coming here into school and doing my lesson, and the teacher's telling me not to do the thing that was so fun to do all week. So about 4 years into lessons, I was in year 10 at school, so 15, 16 years old, I decided to go it alone from there using, this was kind of pre-YouTube. I'm 32 years old, so 16 years ago, I'm not sure if YouTube existed or if it was popular. It definitely wasn't popular if it existed. Guitar magazines, which came often with the DVD, and listening to heaps and heaps and heaps of music, and trying to always find a good guitarist that I could watch and listen to. And the band, the songwriting process. So the two main ways that we do it, we sit in a room together and we write. Jules sits on his cajon, Tom and I take acoustic Spanish guitars, and we either go in a room or a park or a beach, somewhere cool, or one of our homes or the hotel that we're staying in. Sometimes Tom or I will have a riff. Tom's more likely to bring in like a chord progression that will then kind of mutate. I'm more likely to bring in the bones of a song, something like 50 or 60% of a song. And then we start to play it, and then the process begins. We go, I don't like that, I do like that. What if you try that? What if we stick this other bit from this other song? No two songs are exactly the same, but we definitely sit in a room together. We definitely play each song many dozens of times before it has anything resembling a final structure. We record those rehearsal sessions on the iPhone, on this phone usually, and Tom's phone. So we record it, and then we might be driving home or driving to our next gig, and we'll listen to those recordings. And we will discuss. We say, hey, that bit goes for too long, that's interesting, that's boring, that's cool. So it's definitely a process of evolution, and it's definitely a three-headed beast. It's definitely each of us. And for example, I might ask Jules to play something on the drums, Tom might ask me to play something on the lead. So whilst we write the majority of our own part, sometimes you help the other guys with their part. Thank you, Freya. Kato Tuku, is that right? Kato Toku. Hello, Kato Toku. My question is, will you teach more music theory? Music theory is a tricky one because some people are more advanced than others, so it's very hard to know what level to speak on. Now, I'm certainly not advanced with music theory, but I do know some stuff, but it can be so confusing to teach to a beginner. So I would love to teach more theory. The best way you can help me teach theory is if you guys ask me specific questions, go, I want to learn this, and if I see that comment, which I more than likely will, I will do that video for you, and then hopefully other people come on board. So it's not that I wouldn't put the effort in for you guys, but it just wouldn't make sense if I sit and kind of do a 1 hour video on music theory, because it's so dense. Give me small, specific questions, I will answer them for you, and we can take it from there as people comment on that video. So thank you, Katotoku. Frighties, are you guys already planning another European tour? Yes. We're always planning another European tour. As soon as the year's finished in Europe, we're kind of, even while we're there on the ground in Europe, people might start booking us for the next summer or the next year. They might say, come back to this festival, come to my festival, blah, 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 blah. In which city did you have the most fun in Europe? It's impossible to answer. We have so much fun everywhere. But the one that springs to mind is Ferrara in Italy. The main reason being that we stay there for about 2 weeks a year because they have the big Ferrara Buskers Festival. And when we get 2 weeks in the same place, that we don't have to drive anywhere, we don't have to fly anywhere, we don't have to pack our bags, we stay in the same nice hotel for 2 weeks, and we go out there and play 2 or 3 shows a day to hundreds or maybe thousands of appreciative people day after day, that's fun. So I've got to give it to the Ragazzi in Ferrara. And there's a song on the next Calidate album called Grazie Ragazzi, which is thank you friends in Italian, which is to those people in Ferrara, the beautiful audience there. So whilst I have fun in every town, Ferrara, Italy has to get the vote. So I think we're closing in on kind of the 10-minute mark, so I'll chop this video in 2. So that'll be the first half. Thank you for helping me hit 10,000. And like I said to Katotoku, really, I need you guys to leave comments and tell me what you want to learn, and I'm happy to teach you that. And the river of knowledge can meander and we can all kind of learn together. Thank you.